How are you, my curious friends? August 31st will forever be a sad day in the British history. Some of you might not remember that day as you were either not born or too young to understand, but it was on this fateful day in 1997 that Princess Diana, the Queen of Hearts, passed away in a hospital after sustaining injuries from a fatal car crash in Paris. This left a lasting impact on the world, and the loss of everyone's beloved princess can still be felt today, especially by her two sons, William and Harry. And it is on them that we will focus in today's video. How have the two brothers continued her legacy? What did the oldest prince give to his wife Kate that had previously belonged to Diana? Do both of them tell their children about her? Stay with me as we look at the way the princes upheld the memory of Lady Diana throughout the years. But before we continue, however, be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. One of the most memorable and at the same time hard to look at photos is one of 15-year-old William and 12-year-old Harry as they walked behind their mother's coffin during her funeral procession. Losing a parent is hard enough as it is without the eyes of the entire world being turned to you. Earl Spencer, Diana's brother, said that making the boys walk the procession was a cruel and a bizarre thing to do, and while at the beginning Prince Harry echoed his opinion by saying that he does not think any child should be asked to do such a thing, later, leading up to the 20th anniversary of her death, he said that he was glad to have been a part of that day. So now 23 years have passed since that day, and Diana is still very much the princess of the people. Both of her sons have now grown up, gotten married, stepped into their royal duties, and had children of their own. But just how are they keeping their mother's memory alive? One example would be how the engagement ring that Prince William proposed to his wife was the very same one that his father used to pop the question to their mother. It is the one that Diana had picked herself. It was a 12-carat sapphire ring surrounded by 14 diamonds. And upon purchase, it cost around $38,000 according to the British tabloid Daily Mail. However, today I imagine that this very ring is priceless. But the fact that William was able to propose with it wasn't just a royal heirloom that would be passed down the generations. Diana herself said that she wanted her sons to have her jewelry, and according to Mary Claire, she wrote, "I would like you to allocate all my jewelry to share and to be held by my sons so that their wives may, and in due course, have it or use it. I leave the exact division of the jewelry to your discretion." Speaking of this decision to use it, William said that he's happy because it's a way to make sure that his mother didn't miss out on that day. So it seems that Harry was kind enough to let his brother take the ring. So once he met Meghan and decided to marry her, I wonder if he regretted that decision. What do you think, curious? But don't worry, the Duke of Sussex wasn't left without anything special to pop the question with to his love. The ring with which he proposed to Meghan Markle contained 2 diamonds from Princess Diana's collection. It is speculated that the diamonds may have come from one of Princess Diana's diamond brooches. And while the jewelers Cleve and Company expressed their best wishes for the couple, they have refused to comment as to which pieces of jewelry the diamonds came from. Even on their special days, the boys managed to pay tribute to their late mother. For example, the bouquet of flowers that Meghan carried on their wedding day included forget-me-nots, which were Princess Diana's favorite flower, and Diana's youngest son even picked the flowers himself from a private garden at Kensington Palace as a tribute to his mother. A statement from Kensington Palace said that the couple specifically chose to have them included in honor of her memory. And of course, Harry was also eager to involve his mother's family at the wedding ceremony. His mother's siblings, Lady Sarah Cordell and Lady Jane Fellows and Earl Spencer were invited to celebrate their nephew's special day. Additionally, Lady Jane Fellows gave a reading during the actual ceremony. And of course, Prince William also paid tribute to his mother on his special day. A hymn from Princess Diana's funeral, "Guide Me, O Thou Great Redeemer," which was also reported to have been her favorite, was also played at her oldest son's wedding ceremony, according to Reuters. While on their royal tour to India in Bhutan in 2016, the Cambridges took a photo on a bench in front of the Taj Mahal, and it was the same bench that Princess Diana sat back on in 1992. A senior advisor to the couples, Jason Knauf, said that William felt incredibly lucky to visit a place where his mother's memory is kept alive by so many who travel there. And of course, I have to mention the royal children. In an HBO documentary, Diana, Our Mother, Prince William said that it is very important to him that his kids know that there are 2 grandmothers, and he added that he often talks about Granny Diana when putting George, Charlotte, and Louis to bed. Oh, and speaking of the adorable little princess, her full name, Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, honors not only her great-grandmother, but also her late grandmother. And looking at photos of the young princess and young Lady Di when she was a child, you can totally see the resemblance. It's no surprise that both of her sons look a lot like the Queen of Hearts, especially Harry. But if you look at the ladies, it's uncanny. Maybe little Charlotte will grow up looking more and more like her. And while we're on the topic of Princess Diana as a grandmother, in the same documentary that I mentioned before, Prince William said that he imagines she would have been a nightmare grandmother. His brother added that their mother was a total kid through and through, and that one of her mottos to him was, "You can be as naughty as you want, just don't get caught." I guess Diana's youngest son took that one to heart if you remember some of his earlier escapades. And if you want to know more about her relationship with her sons, then be sure to click on the link displayed above. Oh, and while we're still on the topic of family, it's worth mentioning that the Cambridges had asked Princess Diana's close ones and relatives to be the godparents of their children. According to Harper Bazaar, George's godparents are Earl Grosvenor, a son of Lady Di's friend, and Julia Samuel, her close friend and founding patron of Child Bereavement UK, one that royals have been close to. And as for Charlotte, one of her godparents is Diana's niece Laura Fellows. All those things aside, one of the main ways that the boys upheld their late mother's memory and honor is by being involved with countless charities, and it's no surprise that out of all the members of the royal family, the brothers are seen as the most normal and down-to-earth, and that is all thanks to the way that Diana has raised them. Prince William has worked for years with many of those charities, including those that support the homeless. When the boys were children, Diana would often take her sons to the shelters so that they would know what misfortunes other people encountered, and so they would learn that life was just not about afternoon tea and greeting your subjects. And during those meetings, she wanted to be treated like a normal person. She often said, "There's no princess. I am Diana and this is William and Harry." And you can clearly tell that these visits had a long-lasting impact on the future of the worldview of the Duke of Cambridge, and as I said before, he decided to continue her work after she passed away. He took his first patronage in 2015 when he began looking after Centrepoint, one of the main British foundations for homeless youth. It was at that point that he put all the royal rules aside and just surprised not only his family but also the people the organization was helping. One day, the prince unexpectedly decided that he will give up his comfortable bedroom at Kensington Palace that he intended to spend the night outside sleeping on a cardboard box among other homeless people. And as you can imagine, when Centrepoint's boss, Sia Obakin, heard the news, he was quite confused and he did not hide his shock when he heard the royal's wish. Nevertheless, he made it possible for William to realize his idea. What is more impressive is that he even accompanied him during his unusual experience from midnight until 6 in the morning. In an interview with the media, Obakin revealed that they both slept in one of London's alleys just behind the garbage cans. They had to face the cold, uncomfortable concrete and fear of criminals who harmed the helpless homeless. The boss also did not hide the fact that because of it, he was scared and eagerly waited for sunrise. He said, "One of the scariest moments occurred when we were almost run over by a road sweeper. I have never been happier to welcome the break of dawn." And besides Centrepoint, both brothers have continued to bring attention to homeless, HIV, and mental health, issues that Princess Diana spoke out about as well. And before Prince Harry and Meghan Markle resigned from their royal roles, the two couples led Heads Together, a campaign aimed to raise awareness on mental health, and launched a 24/7 hotline, Shout, which supports those who need advice in a tough moment. Recently, Prince Harry and Meghan were spotted around West Hollywood delivering meals and essentials to people who are at high risk from the coronavirus, channeling the way that Diana would often visit those in need. The couple followed all safety rules by wearing face masks and gloves. They have been delivering the food and essentials on behalf of the charity Project Angel Food. The director of the organization, Richard Ayub, said that the couple wanted to help relieve some of the drivers from their workload. He also added that everyone at the company loved having them around and that they are the most down-to-earth people. Even Diana's granddaughter Charlotte has been helping during these trying times. New photos that were published to mark the 5th birthday of Kate and William's daughter show that the little girl was delivering homemade care packages to those in need during the COVID-19 crisis. She shocked the elderly and vulnerable residents of Norfolk as she helped her family deliver these packages to them, and in one of the photos she's seen knocking on a resident's door, clutching a batch of fresh homemade pasta. And it seems that Diana's lessons have not only stuck with her sons, but they are now in turn passing them down to their own children. According to Us Weekly royal source, Each year, Harry and William spend the anniversary of their mother's death together, looking back fondly on the moments that they had with her, and the source revealed that they talk about the little things about Diana that made them laugh, such as their many ski trips together and outings to Throat Park, which is a British amusement park, as well as all the efforts she went through on their birthdays to make them special. And since we talked about all of their and Diana's charitable efforts, it's also worth noting that the source revealed the brothers often brainstorm ways in which they can move her charitable efforts forward so they can continue her legacy, and that helping others and being good role models is at the top of their priority list. And while having no idea how such a meeting will look like this year due to the pandemic, we can all guess that one way or another, the boys will work hard on ensuring their mother's memory is upheld and that they will continue making her proud. So my curious friends, did you know about the brothers' charitable side? Do you think that Charlotte looks like her grandmother? And have you got any ideas what piece of Diana's jewelry the diamonds for Meghan's ring come from? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. See you guys later!